Welcome to your Rider Reset. This is your very first video in the series and I can't wait to get started. Let's go ahead and jump in. So for this first exercise, we're going to be working through a couple different variations of tree pose. Now, if you've done yoga before, you might be a little familiar with this, but we're going to start it off extremely basic if you've never had any experience in doing balance work. This, like I just mentioned, is a balance pose, and what it does is it works on balance on each leg. A lot of times I find that riders will be stronger in one leg than the other, and this is just going to help us balance out your body. And it also does a little bit of working on our core. Now, when I say core, I don't mean having a six-pack of abs and a super strong core. It's more of the core stability that we're looking for. All right, so to get started, and you can either hold onto the wall, you could have a chair in front of you, but for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to do it standing here on my yoga mat. So what I'll do first, let's say I'm going to balance on my right leg. I'm going to shift my weight there. I'm going to lift my left foot so that I'm just resting on my toe. And I'm going to rotate here from my hip joint, rotate this left leg out. Now, if this feels like too much, stop here. You don't have to go any further. This can be even hard to do when you're just getting started, and that's totally okay. If this feels okay and you feel pretty comfortable, you can slide the foot up the leg. So you could still have the toe on the ground maybe, but just put the foot a little higher on that standing leg. If this feels okay, you can move up a little further, and I'm not quite flexible enough, but you can go all the way up into your inner thigh area. If I grab my leg, I can get there, and balance in this pose. Now, this is the advanced level of it, so we don't want to be necessarily starting off here, but this is a great place to work towards when you're practicing this. But again, starting with just balancing here is going to make a huge difference in your riding. So let's go ahead and do it on the other side. I'm going to put that foot down, same idea, shift my weight, pick up on my toe, open. This is a great time to practice locating where your hip joint is so that you can really think about that when you're riding. So I'm going to rotate out from my hip joint, and then just think about slowly working the foot up. And the goal with any of these exercises that we're doing out of the saddle is that we want to make sure that we're doing it well. So we don't want to push and go as far into the movement as we possibly can. It's more about doing it with good quality so that we're standing tall and feeling super balanced. If you're finding that this is difficult, even if you're here, like I said, you can always hold on to something. Another tip is if you find a focal point. So for me, it's kind of easy. I can just keep the focal point of the camera and stay balanced. But if you're working on not having something in front of you for that balance, having a focal point will be super helpful. If you find that you have one side that's a little bit stronger than the other, focus on that weaker side. Spend a few more seconds on that side and try to balance out your body a little bit. This will make a huge difference in your riding. I hope you've enjoyed this first exercise. I can't wait to share the rest of the videos with you. This is going to be an amazing journey. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.